cloud. It says that now. Like how to get them to soften and not have words come out of their mouth, but not ever tell them to be quiet, to sit down and be quiet. That was like, I will never say, sit down, be quiet. Okay. I got you. You guys are muted. You guys are recording. Okay. So let's start in a crisscross applesauce. You guys both went over to your computers. Everything okay? Okay. So crisscross applesauce, close your eyes. Let's start some breathing in a way. Now, all three of you have gone to your computers.
There's a message that you have to click away that said you're being recorded.
Oh, good to know. Okay, thank you, Dawn. So crisscross applesauce, close your eyes. Start breathing in a way that you can feel your internal space. Nice. You can have your hands palms down or palms up, Helen, on your thighs. And I'm gonna say a lot to breathe into your side ribs, expanding out right, left, and also upper back. So not just moving here when you inhale, outside to side. So here in your crisscross applesauce, close your eyes and get deeper and louder with your breath. And if there's an area, maybe the back of the neck, that you're kind of crunching, by jutting the chin forward, tuck the chin. Or maybe low back, if you're leaning way forward, move your torso back so you're lined up above your hips. And get a sense of your body, the internal landscape, even if that's discovering or a little stiffness or pain. And kind of move it through, so acknowledge and then move on. Bring your right hand up, hold in the first two fingers, thumb on the right nostril, exhale all the air out through the left. And inhale through the left. Pause at the top, lift your ribs, soften your belly. And then exhale out through the right, slowly that first breath or two, or the second or two. Plug up right, inhale through the left. So we're going to inhale the same side. At full, plug both nostrils, lift your ribs, soften the belly, throat, eyeballs. And then that first second, slowly exhale through the right, keep going. And inhale through the left. Go for longer breaths. You're in and out. Plug both nostrils, lift, tuck chin. And then exhale through the right. And then plug that right nostril, pause it, empty. And then move in towards your inhale left again. Plug both nostrils, pause. Exhale out through the right. Take your hands down and just breathe normally. We're going to twist whichever heel is closer to your butt in your crisscross applesauce. That's the way you're going to go. So take your hand behind your hip, the opposite onto your knee. Inhale and just see about the flaring ribs side to side now in a twist. Go for 4 deep breaths. You can close your eyes, chin in line with chest. Gently come back to center. Change the cross of your legs. So maybe you're non-habitual unless you start that way. Left hand, fold the first 2 fingers in. Thumb on the left nostril. Inhale through the right. Plug both nostrils. Pause. Exhale through the left. About 4 more. Inhaling the same side, you can pause longer at the top or at the bottom. Exhaling out through the left, slow down the exhale, no urgency. Inhale through the right, you can count. Pause at the top. And then exhale through the left, make it at least 2 seconds longer. You can double the exhale. Do that again. Inhaling through the right, count so that your exhale can be longer. One of the most recommended things from me to others is to exhale longer. People are like, stress, what can I take? What can I do? What supplements? What positive thinking? And I say, exhale longer. Go through 1 more. Maybe even amp up by 1 breath. The inhale, so the exhale gets an extra 2 seconds. Take your hands down with your eyes closed. That same sense of peace. Hopefully that brought you a little bit calmer nervous system. And then Helen, I think you missed the twist. We're going in the direction, look down at your feet, the direction, the heel that's closer to your groin. You're going to twist that way. So your hand back behind your hip, opposite hand on your knee, chin in line with chest. Rather than twisting as much as you can, go for biggest breaths. So if you have to come out of the twist a little to do that, chin in line with chest. Done. Maybe back up your torso a little bit if you peek at me. So your seams, you're a little like this. Back up your torso. Yeah. Pull your belly in as you exhale. Come back to straight. Helen, why don't you do your non-habitual so you can twist the other way. We're going to come out of it, legs out in front. I don't think you twisted, so that's why I'm saying that. Legs out in front, and then shoelace right leg crossed over the left. Reach through the left heel. You can even think of turning on your quad in that left side by lifting the kneecap slightly. And then right thigh forward and down. We're going to go for unlocking the shoulders. So left arm out. And drag the shoulder back and down. Bend at the elbow. Right hand in that left inner elbow. And if Dawn, any of those moves feel good, dragging the bicep or acknowledging that muscle underneath the armpit. So those first few, I kind of feel fidgety. So I'm going to close my eyes and slow down the breath to be more still. Reaching the elbow forward, but keeping the shoulder blade down. Spreading through toes, spreading through fingers. Inhale for half archer, left arm up. Lean to the right. Come up and then plug the shoulder back down again. So versus that, bend at the elbow, right hand on the left elbow. And maybe for those who are watching the recording, right hand comes around, going for a full archer. Pressing through the left heel. Arms out. Going to come into eagle, right over left. And kind of round in, feel your way in, cat and cow your way in. Close your eyes and just acknowledge that you guys got yourself here and that all stretching is good for lubrication of your joints. Motion is lotion. Hopefully you'll work out any discomfort. So acknowledging you're here, saying good job, me, whoever you are. Inhale, release your arms straight up, roll out the wrists. We're going to twist. You can take your hands through the center, left hand down. We'll lean first to the left, right hand on that right hip, helping you lift the ribs and then start to rotate towards the foot. Inhale, reach your right arm up now. And then exhale, twist towards the foot. Just going to talk real quick about how here we're stretching psoas and QL, which is a big low back messer upper, sacrum stuff, SI joint stuff, sciatica stuff. And then scoop your chest through the arms, foot presses back into the hand or the forearm. And as you exhale, press the right hip down. And a little Uddiyana. Exhaling to empty, pulling belly in and up. Releasing the belly, then the breath. Bring the torso back, stretch the right leg out. And then heel toe. I don't know if you watched that video, Helen, those chiropractors, that's what they were talking about, the foam roller. So it's the one that attaches the bottom of the ribs to the top of the hips. So it's this muscle. It's getting shorter and then longer. So in your twist, left leg crossed over the right. And then flex the right toes, right foot, left foot, right arm out. Plugging the shoulder blade down, reaching the elbow forward. Left thigh reaching forward and down. Close your eyes. Press the tongue gently to the roof of your mouth, softening the jaw, spreading through the fingertips. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Just lean to the left. Come back up to straight, bend at the elbow for half archer, left hand on the right elbow. You can rest your head on the right arm. And keep flexing the feet, spreading through the toes. Left arm can come around for a full archer if you're doing it. Got some little pops on that side. So closing my eyes, breathing bigger like an alternate nostril when we added breath. Arms out to the side, left over right eagle. Get your fidgets out in the first breath or two. Think of lifting the right kneecap. So you're turning on that quad. And then release the arms straight up. Roll up the wrists. You can take them through the center or take your right hand down, lean to the right. Left hand on the left hip crease, helping you lift up and out of the hip. You can feel my hip flexor in there like a big old guitar string, a big old chord. Exhale, twist towards your foot. Pressing the foot into the arm into the foot. Exhale, just pull your belly back. And then in the next breath or two in Uddiyana. Pull the belly in and up. Releasing belly, then the breath. Bring your torso back, legs in front. A little wiggle, windshield wiper. So really quads here would be to lift an extended leg. You can lean back a little bit. Sometimes that gives me a cramp, even tells me how much I need it. So can you lean back a little into your arms? Inhale. And then exhale, lift your right foot. And lower it. Inhale. And we'll do more. And then exhale, lift your left foot. Okay. Go ahead and release that. And before I have us do those, we're really trying to isolate the muscles. So when we're doing like the inner thigh, if you feel like your core is somehow doing the work, then lessen what you're doing. Or if we're laying on our backs and we're pulling, so we're trying to isolate the muscle that we're actually working. And that's how sometimes we've gotten into this situation, because other muscles have taken over. So we're trying to quiet some of those, and you can quiet them by putting your hand on the one you want to work, or maybe your hand on the one you don't want to work, and maybe going less, so not quite as high. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of abs first. So lay down on your back. And I did some abs with Jumbo. I'm going to say we'll start small. But one of them, you're going to lay down on your back and your knees will be bent like we're doing regular elbow to knee or something. And then you're going to come into a half frog. And when you come into that half frog, keep your sacrum down so you're not going to straddle that much. And then you're going to press your hand on the inner thigh. And all of these, it's like reestablishing the connection of the abs to, say, the hips and the inner thighs. Okay, lay down on your back, nice. And before we go into it, take your hands on your ribs and just start breathing. I'm going to give some attention here. You can have your hands on the sides of the ribs or the front of the ribs even. Take your biggest breath here. Trying to notice what part of the ribs your breath is not moving into. This is advanced yogi stuff. So hands on your ribs. Where in your ribs do you need a little bit more breath? Go for another breath. See if you can identify. Move your hands, Helen. And then take your hands to that spot, both hands to the spot, and take 2 big breaths. Your 2 breaths are done. Go for 3, going with my count. Okay. Take your hands down or out to the side. I'm going to lay down now. Okay. Inhale. Hold your breath. Press the top rim of the sacrum down. Lift your right foot. Right knee is bent. Exhale, belly down. Even pull your low ribs down. So you're contracting your whole core. And then set your right foot down. Inhale. Hold your breath. Press the top rim of the sacrum down, right foot down, and then lift the left. Exhale, pull the belly down. Set the left foot down. Inhale into the side ribs. Hold your breath. Top rim of the sacrum down. Lift the right foot. Exhale, belly down. So still with the right knee bent. Ribs down. Set the right foot down. Inhale. Hold your breath. Top rim of the sacrum down. Press your right foot down. Lift the left. Exhale, belly down. And then set the left foot down. Inhale. Hold the breath. Top rim of the sacrum down. Lift your right foot. Exhale, belly down. And then keep it lifted. Inhale. Left hand, right thigh. Exhale, belly down. And then set the right foot down. Inhale. Hold the breath. Press the top rim of the sacrum down. Right foot down. Lift the left. Exhale, belly down. Inhale again. Take your right hand to your left thigh. Exhale, belly down. Okay. Set the left foot down. Inhale. Hold the breath. Press top rim of the sacrum down. Lift the right foot. Exhale, belly down. Left hand, right thigh. Inhale again. And exhale, press the hand into the thigh, belly down. Set the right foot down, inhale. Hold the breath, lift the left foot, exhale, belly down. And then inhale again, right hand, left thigh. And you're gonna exhale, belly down. Okay, and then lift both feet off the mat. This is the one where you drop the heel down. You can internally rotate if it causes any pain, which would be right, the heel would come out. So take a big inhale, hold the breath, press the top rim of the sacrum down, and then exhale. Slowly lower the right foot down, right heel down as you pull your belly down, ribs in. And then lift the left or right foot, inhale. Hold your breath, press the top rim of the sacrum down. Exhale, lower your left heel down. Belly in. Lift the left foot back to center, inhale. Hold the breath, press the top rim of the sacrum down. Exhale, right heel lowers. Pull the ribs in, belly in. And then lift the right foot, inhale. Hold the breath, press top rim of the sacrum down, and then exhale, lower the left heel down. And then lift the left foot. So we're going to simultaneously lower heel while we straighten the other leg straight up. So inhale first, into side ribs. Hold the breath, press top rim of the sacrum down. Same time, right heel lowers, left leg extends. Pull the belly down, reach the left heel up. And then bend both knees back to center, inhale. Hold the breath, top rim of the sacrum down, and then same time, left heel down, right heel up. And both knees back to center, inhale. Hold the breath, press the top rim of the sacrum down, lower the right heel, extend left heel up, flex the left foot, pull the belly down. And then bend both knees back to center, inhale. Hold the breath, press top rim of the sacrum down, lower left heel, right leg up. And then bend both knees back to center. Clasp your hands behind the head and the neck. We're not going to do anything with the feet, but just lift the head and the shoulders. So inhale. Hold your breath. Press the top rim of the sacrum down and then lift head and shoulders. Inhale again. And then use the press of the sacrum down to lift head and shoulders higher. Hold the belly muscles down. Inhale, lower an inch or two. And then press the top rim of the sacrum down, head and shoulders lift. Pull the belly down. Okay, now lower your head, lower your feet. So cross your left leg over your right. And then take your right hand, if it can reach, and go for your sit bones, your low butt muscles, and engage those under your right hand. And then we're going to pulse up in these half bridges. And this is one where I would say find your tighter or your weaker side, but we're just going to be a bit more unilateral. I don't think that works there, but okay. Engage your butt muscles, lift your hips, because we are going to do our weaker side a little bit more. So lower your butt, hands on the low butt muscle, engage the butt muscle, active through the right foot, press your hips up. And just notice like how easy, or if you kind of sway, or if there's a delay. We are trying to find our weaker side. Okay. And then do two more. Engage butt muscle, lift your hips. And then uncross your legs, switch them. And then left hand goes for the low butt muscle and engage that first, and then press your hips up. Okay. So finding the weaker side is maybe the one again that sways, not necessarily the one that's harder to lift. So do 3 more on this side, engage the butt muscle, then press the hips up. 2 more on this side. And then hopefully maybe you know a weaker side. It's actually opposite of what I thought today. And I'm going for the one that felt the weakest under my hand. So go for your weaker side and do 6 more. If you're not quite sure, then just do wherever you're at right now. You can always switch. So engage the butt muscle then with the hips. One I felt pretty firm under my hand, and when it was like, where are you? And there was a little bit of a wobble as I came up. Okay, so you guys finish up, press your hips up, press through your heel. And then your last one, stay up. So curl, pubic bone and navel, engage the butt muscle, press through the heel, stay up. And then lower your hips down. You can undo your legs and just reach them if this is comfortable straight up, or squeeze them in towards your chest. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit more butt muscle. And even. So start with your weaker one on top. The one you just discovered was weaker. And your bottom arm can be a pillow. You guys have all done this. Your top hand is as if you had a back pocket. So that's about where that muscle is. And this is where that comes in handy, where you want the muscle underneath your hand to move. But if you're using your core or your eyes or your neck, then go shorter movements. Okay. So you're in clams, your knees are bent, your feet are together. You're looking penny, we're doing this one. You can have your top foot touching the bottom foot or about an inch, not an inch, a foot away, half a foot, 6 inches away. So your dog peeing on a hydrant. I'm just gonna check in with you guys here. So you guys stay there and just do those clams opening up. You can close halfway and then open again. You can stay open. You can start to close like a quarter and then reopen, or 3/4 and then reopen. You can kind of make some pulses. And 3, 2, 1. Okay. And then you're going to straighten your bottom leg. You guys also, this you've done before, and do inner thighs. So your top leg is going to be bent and your bottom one is extended. Now there's different inner thigh muscles. If you have your toes pointed down or pointed up. So just notice, yeah, that looks good, Dawn. Your top hand, your right hand can just be for balance. So wherever you need it. Now inhale, isolate just inner thigh muscle and lift your bottom leg. Doesn't have to lift very high if you're feeling the muscle. Maybe in the first inch or two, you're feeling the muscle. You can also take your right foot and set it down in front of you. Right hand can grab that foot. I guess that's how we've usually done it. So with your inner foot just straight up towards the ceiling, that is one inner thigh muscle. If you turn your toes up a little bit, so you can find your weaker inner thigh muscle as well. Or turn your toes down and heel up. So isolating that inner thigh muscle. I kind of start to feel it in my core, so I'm going to go a little smaller. With a pretty strong core, but pretty weak legs, especially for how much I weigh. I want my legs to be as strong as I am. So pulse, 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 pulse. Pull the leg up. And then lower. We're going to switch sides. I'm doing clams. Then we're going to do a bridge again to show or to feel if you're any stronger so your feet can be together. Or you can have your feet be like 6 inches, kind of a block distance apart. Take your hand as if it was in your back pocket, your jeans. See how much you can feel just the muscle under your hand move. Obviously, more muscles are working, but we're trying to isolate just this one. You might even notice, gosh, every time it's this muscle that wants to do the work. So you can close about a quarter and open, pulse, or close 3/4. And then open. Yeah. Maybe even play with what motion can you feel it the most. If you lift your foot, can you feel it more? 3, 2, 1, and then inner thigh. So I apologize. I had you guys bend your top leg, but you take your foot and set it down in front of you. I was telling you how to set up as if I was working on your inner thigh. Okay, so see, you can kind of see in the camera here, my bottom foot is just edge line is straight up. And if you turn your toes down or toes up, you're working different muscles. So wow, there's a lot going on here. It's like, feels like all one big clump. Actually, left thigh is wanting to get involved. Which makes sense for where I was kind of feeling some tension this week. Go for your weaker inner thigh, maybe heel that toes down, pulse. Okay, and finish up like 3, 2, 1. Lay down on your back. And we're going to come into bridge. I don't have a block. You guys could use your block if you'd like, or just skip the block today. Why don't you skip the block and just see all the muscles it would take to stay up there? And sometimes when I feel like my hips are sagging, I lower them, take a breath, recurl pubic bone and navel, and press up again. And think about the parts of your feet that are connected to the ground more than others. And then try and undo that. So press through the edges of your feet that aren't usually pressed down as much. And that might be different on your right and your left. Chest reaches back towards the head. Just press down through the parts of your feet. So evenly through the feet. Slowly lower down. So we'll do a little abs again and then come into hamstrings. So the abs we're going to do, you're going to bring your feet up, knees up. Your head's going to stay down, arms out to the side. Inhale. And as you exhale, press your top rim of the sacrum down, belly down. And then inhale, hold your breath, come into half frog on the right side. So only straddle till you're keeping the sacrum down. And then exhale, pull the belly down. Now take your right hand on the right inner thigh, inhale.
Press your hand under your thigh, thigh into hand, belly down. It's pretty subtle. And then bring the right leg up, straighten it, inhale. Exhale, reach the right heel up, belly down. Bend the right knee, inhale. Hold the breath, press the low back down, exhale, belly down. And then inhale, half frog on the left side. Exhale, belly down. And then left hand on the inner thigh, left inner thigh, inhale. Exhale, belly down. And then legs back, left leg straight, inhale. Exhale, reach the heel up. And then bend the knees, inhale. Hold the breath, press the low back down, right hand, left thigh, straighten right leg, belly down. Bend the right knee back to center, inhale. Hold the breath, press the low back down, left hand, right thigh, straighten the left leg, belly down. And then bend both knees, straddle into frog. Clasp your hands behind the head and the neck. You can use the wall for your heels. Inhale, lift head and shoulders. And exhale, press your feet forward another inch or two. Curl the pubic bone and navel, belly down. Inhale, relax through the hips. Exhale, lift your elbows, curl the pubic bone and navel, belly down. And then straighten the right leg, inhale. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Left heel presses forward another inch, curl pubic bone and navel, belly down. Bend the right knee, inhale. Exhale, curl the pubic bone and navel, drag thighs out, belly down. And then inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, reach through left inner leg line, right foot presses forward, curl pubic bone and navel, belly down. And then bend your left knee, lower your head, use your hands to help the thighs together. Roll around on your sacrum. Okay, let's come into bridge again, palms face up. Okay, so you're gonna come onto your heels. Be very gentle. You can get cramps in this one. So if you start to feel a cramp, you can come out of it. I've heard, and I haven't practiced enough, staying with it takes the cramp away too. Lift your hips. And come onto your heels. Inhale. And then feel a drag of your heels in the direction of your butt. Maybe feel a tighter, weaker side, tighter and or weaker. Lower your hips. Walk your feet a little bit forward towards the top of the mat. Come on your heels. Inhale. And curl the pubic bone and navel. Press the hips up. Inhale. And then pull your heels back towards your butt. Maybe one side again, weaker. Lower your butt. Walk your heels even farther forward. Your feet, and then come on your heels. Inhale. Curl your pubic bone and navel. Press your hips up. Drag your heels towards your butt. Hardest one for me, yikes, I'm burning already. Okay, lower down. Keep one knee bent, straighten the other leg. You can have your hands on your ribs or hips or on your low back. For support, we're gonna lift the right leg. So think of quad. Inhale, not very high, and then lift your right foot and then lower it. You can have your foot flexed. Inhale. Straighten, lift that straightened leg. Point to through the toes and then lower it. I'm gonna do 3 more. You can pulse up, pulse up, pulse up, pulse up. And then lower it. And switch sides. So bend the right knee, extend the left leg. And then inhale first. You can hold the breath and start to lift the leg and then exhale. Keep lifting the leg. Maybe you notice which side is weaker. Go ahead and stay with the left side. You will do your weaker side about 4 or 5 more. So again, you can use your hands on the hip bones so that you're not using your core, you're using the left thigh. You can do those pulses. Okay. And then keep your leg up, reach through the balls of the toes, flex the foot, raise it a little higher, and then lower it. And just take a little break. What sounds or feels good, you can squeeze your knees in towards your chest. Just checking in with you guys. Okay. Roll around on your sacrum. Okay. And then set your feet down. We're going to do another abs here and then we'll finish. So clasp your hands behind the head and the neck. And even if you're keeping your head down, just point your elbows up towards the sky. And inhale. Hold your breath. Press the low back down. Exhale, right leg straight up. Last third of the exhale, head and shoulders lift. And pull your belly down. And then bend the right leg, set it down. Inhale. Hold your breath. Press the low back down. Exhale, left leg straight up. Last third of the exhale, head and shoulders lift. And then set the left foot down. Inhale. Hold your breath. Press the low back down. And then exhale, right leg straight up. Now inhale again. Start to lower that right heel down with the leg straight till you feel your abs engage, and then stop there. Pull your belly down. And then bend the knee, set it down. Inhale. Hold the breath. Press the top rim of the sacrum down. Straighten the left leg straight up. Inhale again. And then start to lower the left heel till you feel your abs. And then stop there. Pull your belly down. Okay, bend the left knee. Do one more. Inhale. Hold the breath. Right leg straight up. Exhale, belly down, away from the thigh. And then inhale again. You can start to lower the heel just till you feel your abs turn on, and then pull your belly away from the thigh. And then set the right foot down. Last one. Inhale. Hold your breath. Straighten the left leg, just straight up.
Exhale, belly down. Nice. And then inhale again. And start to lower the heel till you feel your abs. Stop there. Pull the belly down. Exhale the rest of the way. You might even not have to go that low, Helen. And then bend your left leg. And lower your feet, your head. And squeeze your knees in towards your chest. Roll around on the sacrum. You guys roll onto one side, press yourself up. Head comes up last. Press yourself up for dolphin. So you guys are going to start with a dolphin prelude. I'll leave you like 2 minutes on your own. Forearms down. Walk your knees back. Knees can be wide, feet can be wide. Forehead down, reach your hips back. You guys are going to stay up about 6 breaths. Okay, lower down. The fun things about Zoom. Fun, not fun. Okay. So we're going to do a turbo pup or a dolphin pup and then a turbo pup. So we're basically going to keep our knees down, but do a dolphin. So take your forearms down. You can measure them to make sure, and you can also just squeeze the block here. Nice. Or you could do, Dawn, a double unlocking the shoulders. Puff up your upper back there, Helen, and then exhale. Squeeze the elbows towards one another and let your neck go. Nice, Dawn. Turbo pup, like we had our hands on our ribs, thinking about where we're not breathing. Do that here. Breathe into maybe right upper ribs, Helen. And if you have a block, you could squeeze the block there too, Dawn. Okay. Go for the long way, the other way, Dawn. The widest way. Yeah. There. You can bring it in between the elbows or between the forearms and just reach the elbows forward. Nice. Okay, Helen. You can sit back on your heels. So this is called a turbo dog. You're going to take your arms down as if you're in a downward dog. And then your knees are going to stay down this whole time. Bend your elbows as if you're coming from downward dog into dolphin. And then hover them. So mine are 5 inches maybe off the mat.
Press the palms down, thumb, index finger. You're just hovering your elbows. Okay. Okay, nice, Helen. Go ahead. Everyone, you can do a little cat and cow there, Helen. We'll meet up at standing and do some steps back into warrior one first. So you can curl the toes underneath. Downward dog to work your way up to stand. Come up to stand at the top of your mat. It's getting hot out here. I could go inside though. Arms up, reach up. And then hands to your chest in prayer or namaste. You can do it. Okay, come up to the top of your mat. Hands to your chest. Inhale, swoop your arms up. Pull your belly in and fold. Inhale and scoop your chest forward for halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then walk your feet a little wider, maybe as wide as your mat. Bend your knees. And let your belly rest on the thighs. You can shift the weight into one foot, straighten the knee. Shift your weight into the other, straighten the knee. You can choose a grip you like, maybe clasp hands behind the head and the neck. Keep your knees bent. And then inhale into halfway lift. Exhale, fold. You're going to step your right foot back for warrior one. And then come up, really pressing down through the left foot, left heel. And then straighten up your left knee. Bump your right hip forward. Look at that alignment of heel in line with your hip, and then rebend the left knee till it's stacked above left heel. Arms up. Clasp your hands behind the head and the neck. Reach your elbows up towards the sky and let your head relax into your hands. Inhale. And as you exhale, press the right edge of the right foot into the mat. Inhale, bring your head up, your arms up. And then exhale into goal post. Spread through the fingers, inhale. Hold the breath, take the shoulders straight up, straight back, and then pinch the tips of the shoulders together as you drag down. Take your arms either palms face forward, fingertips down, or you can clasp your hands behind your back, or you can even take both hands and grab your low butt. Stay strong in your feet again. Pressing through inner left leg, line, left foot, right edge of right foot. Reach the grip down. Inhale to transition. Start to fold over your left leg slowly. Keep the grip. And then release your hands down. Some of you are going to come up. Otherwise, step back into high plank. Lower the knees, stay in a high plank with the knees lowered. Stack the elbows, shoulders above the wrists, and then bend the elbows a little bit, scoop the chest forward, bend the elbows, lower down. Low cobra. Drag the ribs forward. As you lengthen the ribs and drag them forward lower, hands below shoulders, press back into downward dog. So all of it done slower. You're using your muscles more than centrifugal force. Right leg comes up. Warrior one. Again, press through the right foot to come up. Straighten the right knee, hands on hips. And press through left edge of left foot. Bend the right knee again. Arms up, nice penny. Shoulders down, spread through the fingertips. Left edge of left foot, right edge of right foot. Inhale into goalpost, inhale. Hold your breath, shoulders straight up, straight back, pinch the tips of the shoulder blades together as you drag them down. And reach down with your fingertips, palms facing forward, or grab your boot or clasp hands behind your back. To your non-habitual grip if you're gripping, clasping. Reach the grip down. Right hip bump a little forward there, Dawn. Inhale. Lower as you exhale. Let the belly rest on the right thigh. Release the hands to the sacrum, hands to the floor. Again, step back, high plank. You can just squeeze the block in between the thighs, coming up. High plank, lower. Elbows in, and then palms come out in front of you. Drag your ribs, chest forward. Exhale to lower, then press back to downward dog. So we're gonna do some low lunges. Back to downward dog. And because of who, so downward dog, left leg reaches straight back. And then left leg comes forward. You could also come into it from a cat and cow. So you can always do it this way. Cat and cow. I just knocked into a plant. Left leg forward. Or a warrior one penny. And if you want, I'm not sure how long we took doing that. You could even do a warrior two. But we're going to come into twists eventually. Okay. Time goes by. So we're in a low lunge, right leg back, left leg forward. You can dip in, come back into a half splits. Rebend the left knee. Curl the right toes underneath. You're just going to lift the right knee up off the mat. Hover it. Holy quad. My whole leg shakes when I do that. I need to do it more. Okay, lower the right knee down, back up your hips again. Could do a runner's lunge as well. And then come up in a low lunge with the knees in 90 degrees. Hands on the left thigh, inhale.
And exhale, curl the pubic bone to navel, drag the thigh forward. You can take your hands on the right hip, right thigh as well, and dip your hips forward. Okay, we're gonna twist. Maybe you want to take your right hand down and reach your left arm up, or you can twist right arm up, twisting to the outside of the left thigh. So you can do an easy twist with the right hand down, left arm up. Move your shoulders away from the ears, scoop your chest open through the arms. So you can do this one as well. And then get a slow, long breath wherever you're at. Down at your left foot. Take your hands down, curl the back toes underneath, and come into a runner's lunge. So just lifting the knee an inch or two, runner's lunge. Straighten up the left leg, but keep the back toes curled underneath. And then take your right foot and move it into a warrior one. So the foot's flat, toes out about 30 degrees, and then come up again. And from there, you can transition into a high lunge. So quads, you can use the wall. So back toes are curled underneath. You can start to bend the right knee. Oh, just gonna stay here. This is more strengthening of the legs. Bend the right knee a little more, maybe. And then take your hands down. We're gonna go to a downward dog to switch. And then shift forward, high plank. Push the mat away from you, lower down, lower your knees down. Inhale, low cobra. Palms can come wider than your mat. Tuck your chin a little, penny. Lower down, press back, downward dog. And then walk up to your hands, and then hands walk back to the feet. Fold. And then inhale, swoop your arms up. Exhale, pull your belly in and fold. And we're going to switch sides so you can come into it via a downward dog. Right leg straight back and up. Right leg forward, left knee down. Also come into it from cat and cow. So lunge. Dip your hips in towards the front heel. Pressing down through the back shin. Actually helps then to engage the left butt muscle, open up the hip. Back up your hips, half splits, come onto your right heel. And then rebend the right knee. So you're just gonna hover your left knee off the mat. Keep your hands down. So curl your left toes underneath. And just lift, hover your left knee. And then curl the toes, lift the knee all the way. Runner's lunge. And then back up your hips. Keep the back toes curled underneath. Straighten your right knee.
A lot of shaking going on for me. Okay, rebend the right knee. You can change your left foot to a warrior one. So left toes, angle to the left. I know we didn't do that twist. Come up, warrior one. And then you can pivot the back toes for a runner's lunge. I'm going to take my hands to my hips for more support. You can bend your left knee. Curl the pubic bone and navel. Kind of like when we hovered. Two more breaths in that deepest left knee bend. And take your hands down, lower your left knee down for the twist. You can bring your torso straight up. Hands on the right thigh, drag the thigh forward. Dip your hips in. You can take your hand on the left front of thigh. We're going to twist, so you can have left hand down, right arm up, or inhale, left arm up, twist to the outer right thigh. Think of an Uddiyana here. Next exhale, just pulling your belly back. Look down at the mat. So you can do this on your belly or standing. We're going to reach for the back foot. So come into high plank before lowering. Lower the knees, lower your belly. Just going to peek at you guys. So lower your belly. You're going to reach for your back foot. Again, you could do this standing, or Helen, I think you go on your side sometimes. And then curl your pubic bone and navel. Nice. Can you grab your toes, Helen? Yeah. Or your ankle. Nice. Thighs are close and towards one another. Spread those toes. Also, Dawn, from there, you can just crisscross your ankles one way and then the other. Yeah. And go real slow. Nice. So you're going to do one side and then you can crisscross ankles, Helen. So that's a nice balancing for sacrum. And then you're going to go for the other side, grabbing the foot. I'll go for my tighter one first. Head can be down, resting on your little forearm pillow. You guys are going to go back to your tighter side. Think of your heel moving towards your butt, like the muscle that would take to move your heel towards your butt. And then kick your foot into your hand, so it's the opposite muscle. And then heel moving towards butt. Sometimes I take my hand to my heel, my fingertip, and press my heel into my hand just to feel that, which feels pretty weak. One thing I maybe didn't think of is when they reconstructed my knee, they cut a part of my hamstring. So no wonder it's weak there. And if you haven't already, go to your tighter side. And the heel in towards butt is hamstring. You can take your fingertips, tippy tips to your heel and imagine pressing the heel in towards your butt. So wild. One side I can
not even feel that there's a muscle there in the other. So the damaged hamstring side feels very disconnected. So go to your tighter side if you haven't. You're unsure, go to the first side. Also have your feet straight up, heel, cross. Okay, we're gonna work our way up to warrior two and kind of work our way back down. So hands below shoulders, press back, downward dog. Right leg, reach it straight back. And then right leg forward, warrior two. Arms out to the sides. We're gonna go kite hawk, palms down, back, up and around, round your upper back. And then palms back, down, forward, palms up. Then reverse warrior hinge to the left. Left hand on the left hip, reach your right arm just straight up. Side bend to the left, keeping the right knee bent. Bring your torso back up. Reach out through the fingertips. Hinge to the right now, extended side angle. You can take your left arm at an angle so it's a long line, left fingertips to the edge of the left foot. Or you can take it straight up. Press the palm back or even left palm on the sacrum. 3 sacral pulses. Okay, we're gonna come into some deep hip stretches, hip lunges here, so you can bring your torso back up, heel toe. If you're doing it standing, or pivot to face the front of the mat and lower your left knee down. And then come into pigeon, walk your right foot to the left. Where you can sit down and cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Or figure four. I debated us all going into figure four, but we will do that as well. Press the shin down. Nice penny. On in your figure four there, Dawn. You'll take an inhale. Press the ankle into the thigh and then exhale, pull the thigh towards you. Nice penny, outer hip down, looks good. And a sigh wherever you're at. If you're in pigeon, you can stay a breath or two longer. Work our way back. See what you guys are up to. That looks good. For those of you, I guess the recording people, high plank, lower. Inhale, low cobra. Or an up dog even. Downward dog. Warrior two, left leg forward. Inhale, left leg straight back. Coming up. Arms out to the side. Kite hawk, turn your palms down, back up and around. Palms forward, palms up, shoulders down. Arms back, reverse warrior, hinge to the right, right hand on the right hip. Just reach your left arm straight up. And then side bend to the right.
Keep your left knee bent. Pull yourself up. Shift to the left now for extended side angle. Make that long line from the right fingertips to the right edge of the foot. With the right arm straight up over the shoulder for a chest opener. The side is very noisy. It's like in my sacrum, low back, all these little adjustments. So breathing, kind of allowing the body to work itself out. And then look down at your mat, pivot to face the front of the mat. Lower the right knee down and pigeon. Those of you who did figure 4 can come back to your backs. Back to your backs. Press the front shin down. Come on, just come into the warrior 2, Dawn. Press the front shin down. Exhale, reach your chest forward. Scoop. And Helen, you can come all the way onto that left hip. We're going to twist pigeon towards the foot. Some of you, maybe you're just going to sit this way, kind of like swastika legs. I just saw, what was the Big Dipper and how it is in the sky? It's kind of that same shape. It's too bad that the symbol was hijacked. Otherwise, your top leg is parallel with the top of the mat. We're going to twist pigeon towards the foot. You're staying on the left hip. My back knee is bent. You can take your hands and frame the right or frame the left foot. Fold. Show you my legs here. You can just stay like this as well. Twisting pigeon towards the foot, and you could just lay on your back as well and do a twist. So twisting pigeon towards the foot, you can take your left elbow into the arch of the foot. Check on you guys before I do that. And the time. Wow, time flies. Nice. Penny, you could also do a dancer there, grabbing the back foot. Going for balance. Okay, and to switch sides, you can just come on your left hip again. Swing your right leg around. And just switch sides. So starting with the top knee bent in line with the top of the mat, and then your back leg is bent. Nice, Dawn. I don't see Helen, but that's okay. So twisting pigeon towards the foot. Get you guys cooled off. That was a class. That was 90 minutes. It's crazy. So twisting pigeon towards the foot. Let me think. Did I do everything I said I'd do? Those new abs, a little press. Okay. You did everything, you guys.
who are on your backs can do another bridge. Squeezing the block in between your thighs. Just see where you're at. Just think about your body. Is there anything else you need, you feel like doing? You could come back into a dolphin because we also did some modified dolphins. Working your way out. I only see you, Dawn. Are you going to do a dolphin? No, maybe not with your shoulder. Okay. And then you guys come back up to seated, and we're going to do, I guess I'm talking to the recorders, knee pile and a fold. Nice, Dawn. That looks great. So it looks like Shavasana for some of you. I guess for the recording people, you guys do an inversion, either a dolphin on the wall, forearm balance. And I did start a little bit after 12, so that's why I'm still talking. You guys can be in Shavasana or recorded class, knee pile with a fold. Left leg over the right for the knee pile. Torso's back up. Knee pile people are going to twist towards the top knee. Coming out of it, knee pile people switch sides, or you could walk in a big circle. That's definitely not my smoothest. So right leg on top. Ooh, super tight. So Helen, some of you guys are in Shavasana or a knee pile with a fold and a twist. You can do a half knee pile as well with the left leg in this case out. It doesn't matter which way you went, Helen. Fold forward. You're going to twist towards the top thigh. Helen, you can switch sides. I think we've got Shavasanas here. So hopefully a little more awake in your legs, that which move you around. Legs up the wall is a good place for that balancing of sacrum or legs on a chair. Go ahead and Shavasana there, Mom. If you want to do a dolphin or just Shavasana. Okay. Or a bridge, Helen, you could do another bridge. Oh, we got a figure 4. Great. So when you guys kind of go off the sketch like that, that's good. In this case, that tells me you're listening to your body and like, oh, this would feel good right now. And Helen, you can stay with it. You don't need to rush. Inhale, press the foot into the thigh, and then exhale, pull the thigh closer. Even go back to your tighter side. My pretty mellow, feels like slow class, but I had a lot of shaking in my legs, which is again like that waking up, muscles waking up. Stay there, Helen. Lift the left heel a little higher, a little higher. And now do it. Inhale. You can lower the heel, press the right thigh forward. Inhale, soften your hips. Exhale, press the right ankle into the thigh, pull the thigh towards you. You guys in Shavasana can sigh, nice done. So you'd shift your hips a little. Okay. And that which is sacred in me honors that which is sacred in you. Set up for Shavasana. Namaste. Tuck your chin a little. Feel the heat, the blood rushing. Keep sighing, feeling the floor completely support you. Support your breath and your weight. Oceans. Heaviness. And take your time. Keep me posted how this mellow wind felt.